I stumbled upon it by pure accident. A white stick wrapped in toilet paper, half buried under coffee grounds and eggshells. 2 pink lines stared up at me. Pregnant. For a long second, I just stood there motionless, heartbeat steady. But beneath that calm surface, something cold slid through me. Because 6 months earlier, I'd secretly gotten a vasectomy. She didn't know. That was the point. I hadn't trusted her for a while, though I couldn't say exactly when the doubt started creeping in. It had been slow, feeding quietly on little things. Her late-night smiles at her phone, the sudden silences when I walked into a room, the way she flinched when I reached for her hand. Love doesn't disappear all at once. It erodes, grain by grain, until one day you're left standing in ruins, pretending not to see the cracks. That morning, I placed the test back exactly how I'd found it. No sound, no confrontation, just quiet calculation. The next day, she was on the phone with her mother. She thought I was in the garage. I wasn't. Of course, I'll tell him it's his, she said, voice soft, almost playful. It worked the first time. He didn't notice. My lover isn't ready for kids yet. The word lover sliced to me slow and clean. That's when it hit. Our son, the boy I'd raised as mine, wasn't mine at all. I remember sitting on the steps, staring into nothing. My mind clear, no screaming, no tears, just precision. That kind of stillness that comes right before a storm that doesn't miss. By the time she left for work, my plan was already forming. I didn't confront her. There's no satisfaction in yelling at a liar. They thrive on chaos. Twist truth until you start doubting your own reflection. I wouldn't give her that power. Instead, I packed only what mattered: documents, clothes, my laptop, my father's watch. I left the house untouched, down to the half-empty mug on the counter. I wanted her to walk in and feel the absence, to have it hit her like a void. But before I left, I took the test, sealed it in an envelope, and slipped in a note. You might want to talk to your husband. Her lover's wife was easy to find. Facebook family photos, a perfect suburban smile stretched over quiet exhaustion. I mailed it to her workplace. No name, no return address. 3 days later, she called. Her voice trembled at first, then steadied. I got your package. I figured you deserved to know, I said. Silence filled the line, heavy, electric. Then she said something that cracked everything open. She told me she couldn't get pregnant. That's why he stayed with her. He thought they were trying. And then it all made sense. My wife had trapped him too, a woman weaving her life out of manipulation, balancing lies like a juggler tossing knives. Then maybe it's time he knows the truth. I told her. She agreed. What followed wasn't chaos. It was symmetry. Her lover's wife confronted him. He, in turn, confronted mine at her office during lunch hour. That night, she called me sobbing, begging me to come home, to talk, to fix it. But you can't fix something that was never real. I didn't answer. A week later, divorce papers landed on her doorstep. No warning, no letter, just the beginning. I'd already moved the money from our joint account, canceled the cards, changed the locks. Overnight, she lost her safety net. And I'd left breadcrumbs for her lover's wife too. Receipts, photos, timelines. Enough truth to burn the illusion to ash. When the fallout hit, it wasn't loud. It was quiet, but absolute. He left her. Her mother stopped answering her calls. Her job suspended her for unprofessional conduct. I heard through a mutual friend she'd moved in with her sister. Broke, isolated, pregnant with a man who didn't want her, and married to a man who no longer existed. The justice wasn't loud because it didn't need to be. Revenge isn't rage. It's patience. The art of making someone face the mirror they've spent their life avoiding. I still visit my son every other weekend. Our son, though the blood says otherwise. I love him. None of this is his fault. But sometimes when I look at him, I see what she stole, a truth I never got to live. And I wonder if she ever lies awake, remembering the man who would have done anything for her. Before the lies, before the test, before the silence between us turned into strategy. I doubt it. People like her don't remember. They just regret getting caught. Still, whenever her name flashes on my phone, I smile. Not because I miss her, but because I know she finally understands what it's like to lose control. That's the thing about betrayal. It teaches precision. And I've always been a fast learner.